Well, before you jump up on your feet and yell, "Sign me up," you better hear the rest. 50 years ago, when I was in junior high 50 years ago, can I tell you that 50 years ago, all of society worked to reinforce what we were taught in church. You were taught it in church. You went to school. The teachers reinforced it at school. We had prayer in school when I was in junior high. You learned the Bible. If you went to the movies on the weekend, they promoted morality. The TV shows, everything reinforced what was good and godly. But fast forward 50 years, and other than a segment of churches that still preach biblical Christianity and a few homes scattered here and there, most all of society today is geared to destroy the faith and the fabric of this generation that's growing up. Covenant is not about shaking the preacher's hand and signing a card. Covenant is about joining the army and going to the front lines. Big difference, right? Covenant is not for the wimpy or the timid. There's plenty of those to go around. Covenant is for real men who will stand up and be counted. Some weeks ago, Phil Hovis, remember, shared this little reading that had to do with I'm a prison ministry. I've taken an excerpt out of this and put I'm a soldier. Here is what you need to say, men, if you are serious about this challenge. I am a soldier. I am not a baby. I do not need to be pampered, petted, primed up, pumped up, picked up, or pepped up. I am a soldier. No one has to call me, remind me, write me, visit me, entice me, or lure me. I am a soldier. I am not a wimp. I am in place saluting my king, obeying his orders, praising his name, building his kingdom. No one has to send me flowers, gifts, candy, food, cards, or give me handouts. I do not need to be cuddled, cradled, cared for, or catered to. I am committed. I cannot have my feelings hurt bad enough to turn me aside. I cannot lose enough to cause me to quit. When Jesus called me into this army, I had nothing. If I end up with nothing, I will still come out even. I am a soldier. Amen? And so if we are going to meet a challenge, I'm going to say that we need a generation of men who are up to the challenge and willing to take on the challenge and willing to do what is necessary to win the battles that are out there for your families, for the church, and for this society as a whole. I'm not ready to wipe everything off and say it's hopeless. You see, there are many men that we're fortunate enough to have in this church that I call the Joshua and the Calebs, okay? They're up in years, but they haven't laid down their weapons and they haven't given up their dreams. And I'm going to rely upon many of you to be the examples, the mentors. I got a letter today when I came into my office. I went and got the mail out of the cubicle that they put it in for me. And in it was a letter from a young man who was here about a year and a half ago. He was one of our inmates. He got out and he messed up again, and he was writing with a broken heart, and he said, the thing I need is a man to mentor me. And so we'll pass that information on and get somebody hooked up with him. But can I tell you, that's what every young man really needs, is a man, a godly man that he can look up to.